Dave, I think it's not many more words other than frustrating to describe that afternoon. How do you see it?
Yeah, a little bit frustrating. I don't think our first half performance wasn't good enough, and I'll take the sort of hit for that, if you like. It's like I said, spoken about changes, and in hindsight, based on what I saw in the first half, I should have made more than what I did. It's always a hard one to judge, and you speak to players and they say they're all fine, they're all raring to go. The first half performance told me differently, and again, if we'd have probably got to half time, the message wouldn't have changed, but we'd have changed things around in terms of what we were doing. Again, we conceded a poor goal through midfield players not tracking midfield runners, and then in fairness, second half our performance was much better, again against the elements, and we've had enough chances to get something from the game, but obviously have not been able to put the ball away.
It must be a hard one to judge for you. 2 games in less than 48 hours. You've got players that say that they're fit, and I guess, just as you say, it's just a hard one to judge.
It is hard. You can only go off what people are telling you. What you don't want to do is on the flip side. I suppose you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you make 5 or 6 changes and then you don't get the result, then you should have left the team as it was and leave it unaffected. Somewhere, like I say, no-brainers, because I'm hoping we've got no injuries from the game. There's a few that are feeling bits and bobs, and that comes as a result of playing the 2 games in such a short space of time, which isn't ideal. And like hopefully we come out of it unscathed and don't miss any players for next week.
I don't know if you've managed to catch the other results from this afternoon, but if you have, what do you make of them?
I haven't, so you'll know them as well as I do. Listen, it is what it is. We got to take care of our stuff first, and then I've got a long bus to home to see how other people have got on, how that affects things. See that? But like I say, we've not done our job. That's the most important, and that's why I'm disappointed. Yeah,
it seemed like a really tough day at the office for you, and it was compounded by Gary Liddell kind of getting sent off in the second half. Another source of frustration from this afternoon's game.
Yeah, when you're chasing the game, there's always potentially the chance of that, because we were, like I say, we were throwing bodies forward, we were leaving ourselves underloaded at times at the back, and it's poor defender. He's got sent off for it, so he'll miss a game. We'll obviously miss him, but it will give somebody else an opportunity. Hopefully, we'll see where we're at. But Challinor may be available for next weekend. We obviously we'll have a look at how Cass is. So listen, I don't know whether it'll be overly significant. We'll find out.
The chance that Luke Armstrong had in the second half as well, from our view, we weren't quite sure how that kind of stayed out of the back of the net. What was your view?
Yeah, I think the keeper saved it, hasn't he? I think he saved it. It's onto the post. Luke's had a couple of good chances today. I think his the cross that went in the second half, the header at the near post was a really, really good chance. He didn't get any contact on it. Like I say, he's had some half chances today that you'd expect him to take, and he's not. And again, ultimately we've come away empty-handed.
The players that you did bring into the side, you give a start to Harvey Saunders and Ryan Donaldson. I know you said you've accepted blame for some of those changes that you made, but have they given you food for thought for the remaining 4 games or so?
Yeah, everyone gives food for thought. Like I say, I'm a big one in you're only as good as your last game, and every single one of them put themselves on the pedestal to say they were ready to play today, and some produced performances that weren't good enough. So you don't want to be sort of knee-jerk, but there'll be other people that go in, well, I deserve a chance to play based on their last performance, and we'll have to, like I say, we'll have to look at things. Harvey with Oates was always going to be a big risk playing two games in that space of time, so we were never going to. He was one that was taken out of the equation. Really, we knew we'd probably get half an hour out of him. It's whether you sort of went with the opening bit of the game or the last bit of the game. We decided to go with the last bit. Rye obviously coming in and moving Jamie across meant we could keep our shape. Again, it's answered questions around other things, if I'm honest, without going into too much detail. But Ryan's put 3 absolutely brilliant balls in the first half into areas that are saying go and score, and we've not got people having the desire to go in there and put the ball in the net, or if we're not putting the ball in the net, making sure one of Bromley's defenders ends up in the net. So listen, plenty to think about. Like I say, I'm angry and disappointed at the moment, but like I say, I'll I suppose reflect, and we have to sort of move on and get ourselves ready for next weekend now.
Sure, the players also share that anger and frustration as well. Has there been many frank conversations in the dressing room, or has it kind of been a...
No, listen, I football's not like that anymore. I'd love it to be. Battering each other and throwing each other around the dressing room, it's not like that. They tend to sort of accept things probably too easy, and I'm the grumpy, horrible one that probably wants to fight everyone after we've lost a game. But listen, I suppose that's me, and that's what individuals or different individuals are. You can't change people. That's in the makeup, and like I say, it can work in both ways. We have to move on. I'll be grumpy for the weekend. Well, it's not the weekend, is it? We're already on Monday, so I need to get out my system quickly.
Yeah, in terms of getting things out of your system quickly, how does the course of the next... it's on Monday, I can't remember which day of the week it is, 5 days or so.
Yeah, listen, it won't change what we'll do. We'll have a couple of days now. Lads who need to work, we'll do some work, and we'll be back at it Thursday, looking to like I say, produce a performance on Saturday and get back to winning ways. Then all of a sudden it's 3 Saturdays left, and that's when weeks will become full weeks for us. We've still got things to work on, and things to improve on. So you keep grinding away, and go and try and win at home next weekend.
Just finally, any knocks or niggles or anything like that?
A couple, obviously. Fergie's had to come off with a bang. Luke Armstrong was feeling something towards the end. Listen, we're hopeful. There's nothing, like I say, nothing serious in any of the ones that have come off. Like I say, physically it's a big ask, and hopefully we've again not paid the price because of the schedule that's placed in front of us.
Thank you, Dave. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.